You can say that it is against the rule, but they can't say like a fraud or cheating. Don't use that word. It spoils the decorum of the meeting, you know. For this session, ordinary council meeting to be held this today, that is on 18/7/2024 at 3 p.m. in Conference Hall of Mapusa Municipal Council. I welcome you all for this meeting.
इनॉग्रेशन झाले आमचे ऑनरेबल नितीन गडकरी तेन्ना आमचे सीओ सराक थंय फेलिसिटेट केल्लो बरें काम केलें हांव मागता तुवें आमच्या कावन्सिलाच्या वतीन ताका आयज तेज्या बऱ्या कामा बद्दल फेलिसिटेट करपाक
Municipal Council, I think this is a great opportunity and it's a proud moment for all of us that you must have seen our Central Minister Gadkari had come, and at the hands of our Gadkari ji, our own Chief Officer Shri Chandrakant Shetkar, he was felicitated and I was yesterday that program, and in fact it was a program in Splendid. It was I think it is a surprise for me also because he never mentioned that when we got the list and we visualized that on screen, and it was a really proud moment for all of us for doing the splendid work that is really appreciable at the central level also on behalf of this land acquisition which was done at the time of Rinking Road inauguration of Mopa Airport. And on behalf of all of them, take this opportunity to felicitate on our part, आमच्या म्हापसा म्युनिसिपल पार्ट कावन्सिलाच्या वतीन प्राऊड मुमेंट आमकां आसा की आमच्या सराक थंयसर येदो व्हडलो मान मेळ्ळो सन्मान मेळ्ळो. तर हांव तांकां सगळ्यांच्या वतीन पुष्पगुच्छ दिवन तेंच्या आमच्या वतीन हांव तेंचें अभिनंदन करता. Thank you very much, Tarak, for suggesting and taking the issue and proposal for proposing this. I take this opportunity to felicitate us on your behalf. Yeah, on behalf of all of us. Out of the agenda, especially before highlighting the thing. One thing I just want to clarify that we are the council, we are made up of the all 20 councillors, and I know that the situation and the condition what we have seen till now, it is all because of some problem here and there and here and there. So while putting up this as a what you call as agenda, the points of the agenda, some mistakes, maybe the printing mistake, maybe some thing here and there, but we are trying to correct it because after a long gap, म्हाका दिसता खूब तेंपान आमची ही मीटिंग जाता. सो थोडेशे गोष्टी हांगा ते जाल्यार प्रत्येक वेळ करेक्शन करप तितके डिफिकल्ट आसता. इट्स अ टफ टास्क फॉर अस. So try to understand the situation and the problems, and I hope you will cooperate for the same. Ultimately, we want to work for the society to take the discussion in the proper and in the more fruitful way. So just before going ahead with that, agenda for as already it is written, the confirmation of the minutes is missing in that, so try to just correct me. Confirmation of the minutes of the previous ordinary council meeting. This will be the first part of that. So already it has been circulated, the minutes of the previous ordinary meeting. So must have gone through it. Sagyani pohila talake. So any changes, anything? If not, then somebody has to propose. Anything is in an ordinary meeting which was held on 29/12/2023 at 11 in the conference hall. Ordinary meeting, anything is there? Then somebody has to propose. Anybody? No. proposed by Sushant Tharmalkar, seconded by anyone? Small correction before the search. You can tell. If there is any suggestion, please try to give it faster, so that we'll wind up within the time period of, yeah. I got only the spelling mistake was there. It is that full ground, take it as a full ground. Construction of the road. Consider Shubhangi.
10, 11.
Naik was not there. Okay. Okay.
This is not mentioned. Damodar Naik.
Okay, the spelling can be corrected, and Mr. Naik, the surname should be added. Confirmation of surnames.
शॉप अँड स्टॉप तिथून ती PWD रेट्साबद्दल ती येईल डिस्कशन तिथून सेकंडेड बाय प्रपोज बाय सायनात म्हणून घातला हांवें प्रपोज करूंक नासलें तो दिसता मातशें एकदां चेक करचें ते म्हणून हांवें करूंक नासलें म्हाजें नांव येयलां
Seconded by Shubhangi. Okay, this can be.
ना कन्फर्म करच्या पयलीं मातशें करचें नाल्यार कन्फर्म करून मागीर चेंज करून नाल्यार त्रास जातलो सो मातशें पळोवचें कारण ऑलरेडी आमचे हांगासर कॅमेरा आसता सगळें आसता तेजेर मातशें चेक करचें आनी मागीर नांव कितें तें हें करचें कन्फर्म करीत जाल्यार मागीर चेंज करूंक मेळचें ना न्हू प्रपोज आनी सेकंडेड आसा प्रपोज बाय सायनात आसा
At present, I think for the confirmation that can be noted down. If it is there, it can be corrected.
या
Okay. After confirmation, I think by the time like the rest of the agenda points, what are the things are the minutes, I think we will be seconding that. Yes, definitely.
ते जे असलेले 12 मेडिकल 4 व्हिलर समजलं त्यामुळे त्याची ॲक्शन किती घेता अशें म्हणून त्यांच्या खातीर कमिशन किती घेतलें त्यांच्या खातीर कितें
Okay, so that can be corrected. Okay. So not to take the action, but some arrangement, what arrangement should be done by the Maximum State Council?
Repeat.
That.
Point number 6, discussion and decision on petrol allowance to daily wage worker who are working as a supervisor. ते आमी ऑलरेडी हे केल्ले की 2500 तांकां करचें म्हणून म्हाका दिसता आतां कितलेशेच मंथ्स जाले अजून तेंचे हे करूंक ना ते मातशें इम्प्लिमेंटेशन
I think, yeah, you can give the suggestion, but if any change in the agenda, we have already discussed.
ना
Another
पण
thing.
इम्प्लिमेंट केन्ना करतले
Implementation is the second part. So now it is only the confirmation.
After
of the
confirmation.
minutes. Yes. Only so many points we have discussed, we have taken the decision, but it is not been implemented. We will see that those points will be implemented soon.
Unless confirmation is done, the implementation cannot be. You got it.
Anything else? I think the proposed by Sushant and seconded by Shashank Narvekar. Thank you very much. Coming to the next point of the agenda, confirmation of the minutes. Special meeting held on 11/3/2024. It is for the subcommittee related to the subcommittee formation.
Madam sees the of passing the resolution at the end of the budget. Councillors are only 11 present. So is the budget to be considered passed or no? It is a 2/3 majority of the entire strength of the council. During the starting of the council meeting, we can see here that there are in total.
Correct. And I think some changes were there, and it was a demand from the council members कि ते आईचे आजूच जावंक जाय, and it was like we were trying to convince them also
Yes.
कि we will do it and we will call it back, and it was a very tough time for us also since morning to sit till evening, late evening, And I think they have, where the things are there, like 50%
What they-
considering that. That time
My
nobody has
query-
raised this question.
No, my query is,
Yeah,
no, it cannot be raised at that time because
Yeah.
everybody, all the
Approved.
councillors are leaving at their own time.
yeah,
Now what happens is when we are presenting the budget at the start of the meeting,
yes,
there are certain discussions that have take place between
Correct.
all the councillors. All those discussions lead to whatever changes we are making.
yes, and that much has been done.
Finally, when the discussion is done
Yeah.
and the meeting has been reconvened at 4:30,
Correct.
the presence of the number of council is only 11. Then how has it been, budget has been confirmed and approved by the council, but whether, my query is only so much,
Okay,
that whether if 2/3 majority is required for passing any resolution which involves a financial decision of the council, can we consider this budget passed? Because at the time of passing the final budget, which was approved by only 11 councillors, which doesn't constitute 2/3. I do not want to go beyond what I have expressed in the meeting now, but let that point be verified. Otherwise, your budget has not been approved for the year.
okay, but for the discussion and doing the changes with the consent of the,
Madam, but what budget we are approving at the end is where the resolution is passed. The budget which is presented at the start of the meeting is a provisionally budget which is circulated after only being discussed with standing committee. Standing committee approves certain things and then brings it before the council. Council has then carried out several changes in that budget, which means for the entire budget to be approved, what we have to consider is the budget that we have seen and taken up at 4:30
yeah.
during the time of passing resolution, of which the councillors are
I
not
think
present.
for the changes, what we have done in
It has to be, otherwise confirmation would have not been required.
because see, whatever the discuss, the minutes are there, in that minutes, the standing committee, all the discussion, the changes have already been
Standing-
done. See, it is a part of the council member also, it is equally important responsibility, till the time we are giving the copy of that, because already it
They
is
have to be
discussed.
present.
Exactly.
My reason for raising this
And
issue
with
is
this-
exactly that.
So do you want to just keep it on hold?
I
for
would
this
suggest that it
Yeah.
would be appropriate to let the chief officer
Yeah.
confirm.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, we
We will
will get
confirm.
back the answer that it is not required, being in the opposition, but it is for
No, that
all
is the better
general.
functioning of the
No,
system.
it is good for all the councillors
Okay.
to know that for financial decisions like transfer of property, we are using 2/3 majority. And if the councillors who are elected here for the responsibility of passing the budget are not present here, then they should not be sitting here for the other meetings also. It is their duty and responsibility that if meeting is reconvened at 4:30, they should be present here.
Okay, thank you, Shashank, for pointing out this thing.
Thank you.
Okay, for future functioning, not to get the problem, we will solve this thing and we'll get back to with this point. Okay?
No, let
Till
that
time we can have-
clarification come on the next meeting, whether 2/3 is required or not. Because if 2/3 is
Okay,
not
we will get
required, if it's not required, your entire budget for the year.
We will
goes.
see that if possible, now only before the
Yes.
winding up the meeting, we will get that answer.
Yes.
Okay? And I think after that we can just do the confirmation. Can we move to the next point of the agenda? The first point of the agenda is discussion and invitation of the pay parking tender for the year 2024-25. It is regarding the pay parking. Everybody knows that pay parking issue, the tendering was done. We floated several times. Pay parking was given initially, which the tender was removed, and I think nobody has taken that, and some problem came with the contractor, and after that it was on the hold, and department we started doing the collection. But now the suggestion is that we will go for the tendering, and because of the bid amount we have to decide today. The pay parking, the notified areas which was given earlier, addition to that I think we have already done the survey and the work of that through our technical staff, and this is the layout. I think it is ready. This is for your kind information. You can have a look of this. This is the thing which has been circulated earlier. That is the halfway. Let me finish. Let me finish. No? Then you can have it. Huh? So this time we have done the survey of getting the layout for all the notified areas. Addition to the previous areas, that is the taxi stand, Aram Soda, Union Pharmacy, Shakuntala Lane and Chanabatti. The 3 already it was notified, and now we have added in that, because we were thinking of when it is notified areas, it will be better for us to get the revenue if you are add and all together if we get it by doing the survey. And I think the number of vehicles and the layout already is there with us, and we are going ahead considering all those areas for deciding the amount for a bid so that we can float the tender. So as per the previous calculation, I just want to brief it like now altogether that 942 vehicles are there, that is 4-wheelers and 2-wheelers, and 153 is for the 4-wheelers, and altogether if we calculate that at the rate of 10 and 20 rupees, you know that what is the confirmed rate, the amount is coming annual 78 lakhs 12,480 excluding GST, and if we add the GST in that, it comes as a 93 lakhs 74,976. Now it is on our part, we have to decide की हे सगळे consideration करून आम्ही एक amount कितलं ठरवायचं होतं, and that too we have calculated this for the minimum time, because see ultimately departmentally if we do and study it, I have got the full chart of that, and the proportionally how much we are gaining by doing the departmental work by spending our own labors. आमचे वर्कर्स लावून आम्ही जे केले आसा त्याचे कॅल्क्युलेशन आमच्या फुडें येयल्ले आसा, आनी अप्रॉक्सिमेटली जर सगळे आमी जर पळयतात GST TCS त्यातले काढून म्हाका दिसता सॅलरी ऑफ पीपल हू आर वर्किंग फॉर द पे पार्किंग हार्डली वी आर गेनिंग आय थिंक 1,27,000 is averagely we are getting per month. So if we float the tender which is coming like with the minimum considering and कितें म्हणटा तशें Sundays आमी मीट करून म्हणजे not 365 days but it is 313 डेजच्या हिशोबान जर आमी पळयता तर without GST and TCS we can quote 78 lakhs 12,480. And with the condition should be given to the bidder that GST and TCS will be collected by him, and accordingly we will float the tender. I think that will work out, and we will gain per month without any tension, because ultimately आम्ही खूप suffer झाला.
GST and TCS will be paid by him.
Paid by him. No, excluding.
Service taker. Now, whoever coming to park vehicle, we are giving him scope to collect that GST component from the person.
But will it be within 20 rupees or beyond that?
Beyond that. Now, what is happening? If we calculate 20 and if we try to
Include.
include GST, then it comes to around 16 rupees. And this is council has to take a burden of payment of GST. Actually, we are getting 16 rupees only. So 4 rupees we have to shell out for the GST. So we are giving scope to collect that GST.
No, but then that outer limit should be pre-set by us.
It is already done. Now 10 rupees additional burden comes 2 rupees. That is GST and TCS. So 4-wheeler is come to
12 rupees and 24 rupees. For 4 weeks.
4-wheeler it is 20.
10 rupees नीचे 18% plus 2%. So 20%.
Subsequent hours are 5 rupees other for 1 rupee.
In subsequent hours it will be increased.
नाल्या किती जातले बिडर येवचे ना रे.
Otherwise very difficult. So we have just after so many calculation, and thanks to our technical staff who are doing this work, including all the admin part, to give all the details for each and every time, like to just calculate for this. So
हो जो एमावंट आसा पळय बरें आपूण कशें आसा आमी जर मार्केटान पळोवपाक गेले जाल्यार थंय सायनबोर्ड ना मार्कींग ना ते पयलीं आमी करपाक जाय, कारण आमच्यो एवरी गेट्स आसा पळय म्हणजे शकुंतला फ्रूट वेंडर्स थंय गेटी आहा पळय थंय नो पार्किंग आसपाक जाय, कारण थंय पार्क करता व्हेहिकल आनी लोक वयता, कारण नो पार्किंग थंय बोर्ड ना किंवा सायन ना त्यो करच्यो, कारण परत एकदां हे करचें की रस्तो जर मार्केटान जाता आनी मागीर जर आमी ते पार्किंग किंवा हे करता सारकें जाल्यार कित्याक आतां जर रस्तो पयलीं आमी मार्किंग केली आनी परत रस्तो जालो जाल्यार सगळे ते वयतले. सो आमी ते पयलीं सारकें करपाचें आनी मागीर आमी टेंडर सायड बाय सायड काडया, पण तेच्या जाग्यार ते लक्ष घालया, कारण ते सारकें जावनी सायनी इवन रेट्स ज्यो आसा तेचे बोर्ड लागोनी, कारण सगळ्यांकूय कळपाकूय बरें पडटलें.
I think we give you close the tender, good suggestion.
मार्केट ह्या भाजी मार्केट सामकें पिड्यार जाल्लें आसा. तितून मातशें ऑर्गनिक्स
We will focus on that also. We will consider each and every point. Suggestions are most welcome. आणि म्हाका दिसता before floating the tender.
पार्किंग एरिया नोटिफाय केलेले आहात तुम्ही त्याच्यात ते पार्किंग करतात जे स्लॅब्स आसा ते सगळे तुटलेले आहात
Yes. Clearing of that,
आम्ही
signages,
टेंडर करच्या
boards.
पयली हे प्रोविजन करून देऊया
Provision we will do. I think we will start the procedure of the floating the tender. कित्याक ते करता it is a time consuming process आणि त्या मधी whatever the requirement is there, I think we will just discuss together and we'll see that in the best possible way to bring the discipline in Mapusa also, especially for the parking spot and with your all suggestions and support. Yeah.
चणे बसता भायर तेजी गाडी दवरला पळय कळ्ळें ते गाडी हाडून तितून ते म्हाल दवरता फक्त ते टायर बी पळयशी सारके ते कांयच ना तेका फक्त दारां तेंची ओपन जाता ती डेली म्हणजे सदींच ती पार्किंग ते आसता गाडयो आसा त्यो काडपाच्यो स्टोरेज करपाक दवरला पळय ते चणे बसताच्या फुडल्यान
Point to be noted.
हय त्यो गाडयो आसा पळय तितक्योच आसा गाडयो ते मिठाई हे काडटा पळय पुरोहीत ताजे तेजी मिठाईवाल्याचे आनी कोणाचे गाडयो आहा ती गाडयो सारक्यो जुन्यो
Yes sir,
जाल्यो
it will be noted.
नोटेड सेकंड एक हो पॉयंट दुसरो तेजे कुशीक हॉटेल आहा हॉटेलान भायर रस्त्यार तेणीन ते बॅरल दवरला आनी बॅरलान तेणी पंप घालून तो आपूण तो हॉटेलाचे ते कसले उदी काडटा तेणी जर लुकआवट ते हेजे फूड एंड ट्रक्साचे पण तेणी रस्त्यार ते बॅरल दवरला पार्किंग प्लेसी तो पंप मारतना आपले ते उदीक पिवपाक दिता कित्याक दिता खबर ना हांव कितें हॉटेलान ते वचूंक ना पण ते दिसपाक नजरेन येता ते पार्किंग प्लेसाचे बॅरल दवरला नंबर 2 नंबर 3 आसा न्हू कॉन्सल वॉर्ड नंबर 19 हांवें कितके फावटी एका कॉन्सिलराकूय सांगलें की अशें वेलिंगकेनी आसा पळय तेज्या फाटल्यान ती माती पडला की कितकीशींच वर्सां जालीं आसा फाटल्या दिसांनी थोडी काडली आज पसून थोडी काडूंक ना काल सुद्दां ताका विचारलें अरे बाबा ती माती केन्ना काडटा तो म्हणटा ट्रक मेळना हे मेळना तें मेळना ती माती काडची रिक्वेस्ट कित्याक कितक्योश्योच गाडयो थंय पार्किंग जातल्यो आनी थंय मामलेदार ऑफीस आसा किंवा फीश मार्केट आसा लोक खुबशे थंय घोळटा तांकां पार्किंग करूंक जागो मेळटलो ही 3 सजेशनां म्हजी
Yes, noted.
Noted
And it will be done. Yeah.
जे थंय सुडाचें काम चलता तेंच्यांनी माती थंय डंप केल्ली
Coming to the point, I know. कित्याक म्हाका दिसता भाई आमी ह्या गोष्टीचेर उलयल्ली आसा आनी भर पावसान आनी सुट्टेचे दिसा
आमचे जे मार्केट आहा मार्केटाची जी वयर टॉयलेट आहा ती पायपां खूब दीस जाले नदरेक हाडलेली पूण ती अजून हे जागना ती घाण थंय जाता
आसा.
आनी हो जो डंप आहा पळय न्हू हो डंप तेंच्यांनी जो कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आहा तेणी तो उखलपाक जावो हांवें तांकां इन्फॉर्म केल्लें तें जायना पूण सो फार मुन्सिपाल्टीचे आमकां जर आमी उखलतले जाल्यार आमकां ट्रक कांय मेळना
You know that.
जे 2 लेबर येतात ते मेळना आनी इतले वर्स जाल्ले आहा जे कोण म्हापसान एंट्री करता ताका ते पयलीं थंयसर पळय आमी गार्बेज हे करता डंप करता जे कलेक्शन करता डोर टू डोर ते थंयसरूय एकदम वर्स्ट कंडिशन जाल्लें आहा ऑपोजीट आमच्या सब रजिस्ट्रार थंयसरूय वर्स्ट कंडिशन जाल्लें आहा म्हणजे जी आमी गार्बेज शॉपांची कलेक्ट करता डोर टू डोर हेतून ती कलेक्ट जायना म्हणून ते रातचे हाडटात आनी थंय उडयतात आनी ते आमची जी हे आहा डस्टबिनां आमचे जे ट्रॉली आहा त्यो बी मोडलेल्यो आहा आनी त्यो थंयसरूच डंप केल्ले आहा मे म्हयन्यांत हांवें एकदां कितें केल्लें तिडकीन ते सबंद कितें कितें आहा ते रातचे हे करून पेटोवन सोडलेले तेन्ना मातशें क्लीन आसलें पण आतां परत हे डंप जाल्ला आनी स्ट्रेट डॉग्स आहा पळय न्हू तो हे सगळे गार्बेज बॅग आहा पळय न्हू ते सबंद रस्त्यार आनी तेवटेन हे करीत आसता पण आतां सांगले कोणाक आमी कंप्लेन केली जाल्यार कोण आमचे सुपरवायजरूय येयना आनी जे 2 लेबर आमकां दिताले तेणी ते आमच्या क्लियर करूं येता बारीक बारीक कामां ती जायना म्हणून हेका लागून ही अशी परिस्थिती जाल्ली आहा आनी टुरिस्ट बी येता पळय न्हू हे म्हापशेचे सिट्युएशन ते पळयतात हेचेर लक्ष
I think we are working on that. Solution will be given very soon. कित्याक आमचे प्रॉब्लेम कितें आसा सगळ्यांकूच खबर आसा आनी म्हाका दिसता हेच्या आदी जे कितें आमी स्टेप्स घेतलेले आसा तितूनसून ही कामां चालू आसा पण परत जाल्या कारणान द रिक्वायरमेंट जे आसा ते फुलफील करपाचो आमी डेफिनेटली प्रयत्न करतले इट विल बी रिपिटेडली इट विल बी डन एकदां आमी करता परत जाता पण तशेंच लोकांक सुद्दां ते अवेअरनेस करपाचें कामय आमचें आसा ते आमी करपाची खूब गरज आसा थ्रू द कावन्सिलर्स
मॅडम हांव कितें म्हणटा मॅडम हांव म्हणटा तुमी सायमल्टेनियसली टेंडर ऑफ नोट करचोत कित्याक आमकां लॉस हे खूब जाल्ले आसा, खूब म्हणजे खूब जाल्ले आसा इन हिस्ट्री. अशें तूं फाटसून काडून पळय की आमचो सोपो आनी टेंडर असो कोणें व्हरोंक ना अशें नात. कित्याक वी आर द वन ऑफ द रिचस्ट म्युनिसिपालिटी. आतां तुमी हेजेर फायंड आवट करूंक जाय कित्याक वचोंक ना पळय तो आमचो टेंडर सोप्याचो आनी पार्किंगाचो. तेजेरूय मातसो तुमी अभ्यास करचो. कित्याक तरी पूण आनी एज ऑल द कावन्सिलर शूड वर्क. कित्याक आमचो टेंडर वचना पळय तो आनी आमी कित्याक लॉसान आहा ते. आनी दुसरें सेकंड थिंग म्हणजे तुमी आतां पार्किंगाक अलॉट केल्ले आसा, स्ट्रेच लायल्ले आसा. You should go and inspect with engineer. I'm telling yourself.
already we have discussed.
कित्याक तुम्ही आता कितें केलां आतां त्यो फातरी आसा पयल्या रोडा
तुम्ही केला म्हणजे वी आर डुईंग इट ऑल टुगेदर.
ऑफकोर्स
तुम्ही केला आम्ही असे झाले असं दॅट विल बी बेटर सम.
डजंट मॅटर बिकॉज यू ऑल डोंट टेक अस इन कॉन्फिडन्स. तुम्ही गाडयेन बसता वयता आमकां सांगता तुमी आमी गेल्ली इन्स्पेक्शनाक म्हणून.
It is not a part of anyone.
नो तुम्हीच वयता.
Okay, will invite. In fact, we will be happy if you join and go
तुमकां दिसता कितें
together for
तुमची दोनूय
inspection.
इंजिनां बरी चलता तुमकां आमचे इंजिन नाका.
व्हॉट्सअपाचे 2 ग्रुप कित्याक केला? एक ग्रुप आणि
तुम्ही
आमचो ग्रुप कित्याक केला?
Who has given that? 14. What are the instructions I am giving? I am giving on the second because on this and my what is the given. Technically, I don't want to go in that.
No.
My thing is that the message should be given to each and every councillor.
Okay.
And how many they are responding, that is a different point. I don't want to come to that point.
Yeah, madam, दुसरे.
Okay,
My
so your
advice,
suggestions.
no, not that only suggestion. तुम्ही आता मार्किंग करतली. तुम्ही
I think we discuss.
आम्ही त्यांना मार्किंग करतली पण त्यांना तुम्ही स्वतः वचून पळोवपाचे.
Yes, it will be.
No, wait. स्ट्रेच मारता पण आता तुम्ही चनाच्या ऑपोजिट. टायल्स असा पळय पार्किंगाक तुम्ही स्ट्रेच मारलो तो भितर
This is
गेलो.
Komal, this is a.
मॅडम सांगता टेक माय ॲडवाइस.
Yeah.
I'm talking for
See.
the betterment of Mapusa, madam. Just listen to
That's
me.
why this survey we had.
सर्वे न्हू अजून सर्वे काय सांगतो तुमचे सगळी फेल आसा सर्वे. तुम्ही डिवायडर येदो व्हडलो घातला पर्रा घातला तसो तुम्ही हांगा म्हापशा
I think today's point of agenda is
I know, I'm
because of
talking
farm.
on this only,
Okay,
madam.
you can discuss, no problem.
No,
I
I'm
think
just telling you.
don't drag the point to the something else.
No. I'm just
Pay parking amount, tender amount is
Madam,
the point of the agenda.
No, madam,
What is the
yeah.
required thing? Listen to me. What is the required thing? How
मॅडम
to go
मागीर
about?
टेंडर वालो कित्याक पळो काय विचारतले टेक माय सजेशन.
Yeah,
टेंडर
definitely.
घेतलो आनी पळयतलो मागीर तो पयशे फारीक करिनासतना. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दॅट.
Okay, we'll
तुम्ही
consider
ताका
that.
बरें दिया ती गटरां आसा पळय तेज्यो फातरी भितर पडल्या मागीर थंयसर गाडी लावंक मेळना.
That's what because the already
ना
it is-
मॅडम तो तुम्ही न्हू आता तुम्ही पॉइंट काढला
Still
पळय
I'm saying
डिवायडर.
it has been already noted. It will be done. It will be worked out and see the difference before going the tender.
आम्ही
You are most
मॅडम
welcome to give the suggestions and that will be
टेंडर वालो
implemented.
तेजेर अभ्यास करा कित्याक सोडून वयता पळय तो मागीर.
Sure. Thank you so much.
चेअरपर्सन जशें कावन्सिलर आनंद भेडकरान म्हटलें पळय चांडा भट्टीच्या ऑपोजीट गाडयो आहा तश्योच म्हाका दिसता मड्डार ज्यो आमचें रजिस्ट्रेशन आहा रॉयल फूड बीन त्या लायनीरूय खुबश्यो गाडयो आसा ओमनी किंवा टाटा एस बीन ज्यो एकाच जाग्याचेर आसा.
कितें जाता नोटिफायड आहा तेच आमकां घेवन
मागीर
घेवपाक
नोटिफाय आहा पयलीं करया आमी.
तोच घेतला.
ओके डन.
Notified areas we will focus on that because we are more interested for giving the parking slots to float the tender. Thank you very much for all your valuable and Anand bhai, Sudhir bhai and Kamal for giving the suggestion. It will be definitely will be taken into the consideration. Coming to the next point of the agenda. So I have to move this motion. That is the amount of 78 lakhs 12,480. And I think this is given by the base minimum. Two ways we have prepared it. Second is given for the 80. So what should be the amount what we are given as discussed? Can we go ahead with that?
Propose.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Propose, ma'am.
If you do the calculation, you can go through it. I can just circulate later on also. 313 days हिशोबान जर आम्ही पळयले taking the 4-wheelers and 2-wheelers all together, the layout is there with you to check it out. It goes to the 80 lakhs without GST and TCS, and if you are adding that, it comes as a 96 lakhs. So this is the total calculation, 80 lakhs without GST, without GST and TCS. That is up to him. We have calculated only for the 4 hours. So there is a quite good margin for him also for earning. So because see, otherwise also the some area it goes on the reduction. No, 10 रुपयाचे वर 5 रुपये जातात. त्याच्या पुढल्या वराचे 1 वराचे 5 रुपये आता. अँड परत थंयसर थोडे दिसाचे मध्ये आमचे फेस्टिव्ह पिरियड असता. Okay, only we have considered only 1 week, 1 day in a week. That is a 4 per month. That is the 52 we have divided. And out of that 313 days we have calculated. तिथून आणि त्याचे फ्री डेज असतले त्यांना त्याका मिळाले फेस्टिव्ह टाइम. So we have not considered that also. All these areas, notified areas. जे सध्या आमचे काहीच रेव्हेन्यू आमका येईना. So we will go ahead with this and we'll work out on that. असे दिसता. Technically, we have studied all these things. I think, thank you, our ME1. I think he has not reached. ME1, Kundekar. Yeah. Yeah. No, that was the second point of the agenda. We'll come to the point also.
Chairperson.
Yeah.
Suggestion हा.
Yeah.
Access देना पे.
Okay.
पार्किंग गेले का पैसे ते डबल काढता. पार्किंगचा टुरिस्टांक बी येयले नोटा डबल पैसे सांगता कित्याक आता म्हापशान येयले का ते वेगळे आता टुरिस्टांक येयले का पैसे खुबशे म्हाका कंप्लेनी म्हापशान चर्चा चालू आसा.
Point to be noted.
तेजेर लक्ष दिवचें.
So we'll highlight the board and all properly.
कित्याक आता टुरिस्ट लोक चडशे पार्किंग करता कंप्लेंट करपाक वचना पण ते लोकांक थंय चर्चा जाता. सो आमचें म्हजें म्हणणें कितें ते कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराक हाडून ताका समजून
बरोबर टॅक्सी स्टँड आहा तो इम्पॉर्टंट न्हू तो ऑलवेज पण आतां तो कंप्लेंट हितून येयलो टॅक्सी स्टँड शकुंतला दुसरे ऑपोजीट चणे वेंडर आनी आराम सोडा कंप्लीट येयले हय ना तें म्हण आमी पयलीं कितल्याक केल्लो पयलीं कितल्याक दिल्लो 72 हितून आराम सोडा बी नासली आराम सोडा इम्पॉर्टंट पोर्शन बरो व्हडलो पोर्शन आहा तो एम
दोन्ही
Madam, also one more issue we had to bring up. When we carried out this survey to include this part in the parking and requested for the authorities to do notification, there was no divider in the middle for the width of the road. I am only asking this because prior to putting the divider, the issue of single lane driving was not happening there. Now what has happened? No, there was no approval from council to put the divider there. If the chairperson recollects, these dividers have been just put without consultation with the council, along with that advertisement, whatever has been put there. Now whether the divider has been put for advertisement or advertisement has been put after divider is a question to be answered. But when the divider has been put, then we have to see the proposed width of the road. Now when we got this approval done, when we got this approval for parking, for the parking done, I think we had not considered the width of the road.
So
now that we are taking the stretch right from Union till the end, where entire stretch now the divider has been put. Now only single car can go straight. Now 2 cars cannot go.
to bring the discipline, see, the divider matter is under PWD, isn't it?
Maybe
we
so,
have not
but
taken
it is
into
within our
consideration.
jurisdiction.
And this survey what we have done for the pay parking, it is we have done
Madam, I am saying that
initial.
पहिली डिवायडर आशिल्ली दाखवू जाय
आता नवीन घातला पण डिवायडर ते मागीर हॉट मिक्सार गेले.
There was no divider, there was those blocks which were put at a distance. But now what has happened, earlier you could take a turn or whatever in between. Of course for smooth flow we have made that whatever provision has been made. But in its current condition, I don't think that while getting this notification done, the width of the road has been considered. There is also a previous resolution passed during their term where the two transformers which are put on both sides are to be removed and the road is to be widened further.
डिवायडर घातले वॉट एवर यू सेड डिवायडर घातला न्हू सो तुमी म्हणटा तो पॉयंट सारको आहा की एकूच गाडी वयता काडटाना हें जाता दुसरे सायडीन सो डिवायडर्स घातल्या PWD सो
Without any consultation with council.
आमकां काय येवंक ना
आमच्या
मॅडम ते डिवायडर जसं ते डिवायडर कितें जालें ते दोन जाल्या ते कोणी साद्याक सुद्दां विचारना सिंगल स्टोन आसूंक जाय तो सिंगल स्टोन आसूंक जाय आसलो ते दोन स्टोन लायन मदीं झाडां घालपाची इतलो तो रुंदी नाशिल्ली त्या रस्त्यार कोणाक साद्याक विचारल्यार सुद्दां ते सांगतले आसले दॅट्स वाय दे आर नॉट टेकिंग अस इन कॉन्फिडन्स.
Is the chairperson's answer to this query that it is not in our jurisdiction, then let it go on record. Whatever is happening within the jurisdiction of Mapusa, from ward number 1 to ward number 20, has to be in consultation with the council. That is why when there are permissions taken for constructions or otherwise, they are coming to the council. And when there are illegal things also built, people are complaining to the council.
Coming to the point, what do you mean?
Then we have to
This
check
stretch,
prior to
what is your opinion?
prior to implementing this, see whether as per proposed laws the width is there. If the proposed width of that road is 20 meters and we are implementing parking within that 20 meters, is it appropriate for us to implement?
Initially also with the divider, the parking was there.
No.
Only it is notified.
No,
that
it was
is
not there. It was not there. They were not parking on this side before. We have no difficulty because we want that revenue to come, but not at the cost of inconvenience to everybody who is going to the market. From a 4-lane road, because of encroachments from both sides, because of the lack of the initiative of the council, everybody has kept coming onto the road. Now we are implementing parking. My only question is that if the proposed width of the road, let's take for example, is 20 meters. So from the center line we have to take 10-10 from both sides. 10-10 has to be free. You keep the parking beyond that. Otherwise the purpose of having proposed roads is completely failed. We are going against the mandate.
You need to say that the parking slots are coming on the road.
Yes, they will be after putting the divider.
He will examine.
Only let the proposed road be checked and the width of the road be
He will
made.
examine.
If the width, let the parking slots be made beyond the width what is there.
Okay.
म्हाका सर्वन बँक 2-व्हीलर पार्किंग ते आहा हितून इन्क्लूड
असा फुल दॅट स्टेज तुमकां दिता हो आसा तो आदीचो आसा तितून एड केल्ले आसा एंड म्हाका दिसता काल तो आमकां मेळ्ळा बिग लेआउट तितून क्लियरिटी भरपूर आसा
म्हणजे आमी आतां एकूच टेंडर काडटात टॅक्सी स्टँड आराम सोडा ऑपोजीट
येस
शकुंतला इनसाइड आणि आउटसाइड चनामट्टी आणि प्लस युनियन फार्मासी टू अर्बन बँक फुल हे पयलीं हेतून जाल्ले पयलींचो अमावंट कितलो आसलो पयली एक
अमावंट वचोंक ना म्हणून एक्सरसाइज
एक गेल्लो न्हू
Taxi stand tender was always going.
तो वयतालो न्हू हय तो कितलो आसलो आनी तो गेल्लो आनी शकुंतला बी तेवटेतलो तोय दिल्लो हो अमावंट कितलो मातसो कळ्यार बरें जातलें न्हू
Per month.
हय
And we are coming to the next point तोच आसा 72 lakhs
न्हू जाताले मातशे हे करूया न्हू आतां सबंद एरिया येयली न्हू
गेल्या फाटीची आमची जी
ताका
एरिया
लागून
आसली
मातशें कितें जातालें रिवायज बी जातालें
72 lakhs आमी कोट केल्लो आनी आमकां बीड येयल्लो 72 lakhs 36,000
but without that area
without that area correct
जालेलो
आता इम्पॉर्टंट
was only was शकुंतला side.
coming to the point जेन्ना हे 72 lakhs जाल्ले आसा it was not feasible for that person that's why he gave up and त्याची इतकी डिफिकल्टी आसताली we are in trouble which is the next point of the agenda.
No, but that may be so, but that time there was substantial area not included also. So how are we giving it the same rate today? That time the taxi stand part and the Aram Soda was not included.
So ultimately bid about what time amka bid melana. So sometime we have how to exercise that and
No, how
doing
many
it.
vehicles, we have to check how many vehicles were being parked in the earlier area.
Earlier area I can give it.
Madam, first the stretch of parking was
Yeah.
from this side, from fruit
Only in
vendor
front of the
to
market.
JK. And from the second lane, all the goldsmiths line, from
Yeah.
the taxi stand. Only two stretch was
Two
there.
stretches were there.
Now we are including Tibal.
Not even.
Tibal zale madam, chana hai. Include chana.
Chana initially it was there.
No,
It
chana
was
no
there, it was there.
Then-
Chana but I'm giving. I'm
Yeah.
giving you. All the details are there. It is in the file also.
But nobody was collecting from chana.
It was there. That was the problem of the contractor.
Okay.
Point. That's why the next point is coming to that point.
Now it
Why we failed for these three places for not collecting the paid parking charges.
Sir,
Because of that, we have to arrive to the decision. Addition to that, some.
Yeah, we'll hear. Then
That's why it
next
is
you.
coming to that point. No? Okay. So what about this decision of this pay parking issue?
no, we can only pass that based on what is the
But not
next year.
the
This, no?
amount is very less, no?
Give the clarification.
Amount, the time, duration is given because that should be the possible for the person who is taking the tender. Plus, आमचे थंय वचोंक ना पयलीं आमी जो दिल्लो आसता 3 प्लेसी खातीर दिल्लो आसलो 72 lakhsक घेतलेलो आनी ती ट्रेजेडीच कशी जाली की वी हॅव नॉट बीन कलेक्टेड आनी ही इज ड्यू टू पे अस स्टील नाव म्हणून आमी मागीर डिपार्टमेंटली स्टार्ट केली आनी एवरीथींग हॅज बीन कोलॅप्स थंय म्हणटकूच आमचे वर्कर घालचे पडले आमकां आनी हाव मच अमावंट वी आर गेटींग एट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन दॅट एंड इफ यू डू द सर्वे ऑफ दॅट बाय डुईंग द डिपार्टमेंटल कलेक्शन इट इज नॉट कमिंग अप टू द मार्क.
Madam,
Yeah,
Ultimately, we
I
have to
want-
give
I
some
want-
relaxation.
I want the record of that previous one. Who you
Madam,
just
if-
give on the
since
record
you
how
mentioned-
much you have
Previous
given.
one,
Yeah.
what you have done for the three.
Three.
Coming to the
Madam,
next one. I
since
feel
you-
that time
since you
this 80
mentioned-
lakhs
No,
what
you
has been
tell the
given.
file to get it now.
Madam.
त्याच्या पयली
Yeah.
दिलो पळय तो आमकां
Madam,
अमाउंट
since you mentioned that this is the old plan and not the new one,
Yeah.
is this the plan as per what the earlier this was being collected?
That was see the number of vehicles.
It is 118 cars
Correct.
and 611
Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah.
Is this the old number?
This is the old number.
So now what we need to compare and see if at this number we were giving it at 72 lakhs or whatever the figure is, we are now including only what is in front of Aram Soda. Is that what
And union purpose.
and the bikes in front of
Correct.
So
All
what
two wheelers.
we just need to know what is the difference.
The cost you know, the all two wheelers, not four wheelers.
No. All no
Only one line.
in front of Aram
Major
Soda we
area
have-
what you see is saying
in
that is
front
all
of-
the two wheelers.
Correct.
So
But
the
in
cost of
front-
the two wheelers with the following hours, how much it will come? It
in
is not
front
come
of-
up to that bulk.
In front of Aram Soda there is both two wheelers and four
Two-wheelers.
wheelers.
Only one line is there.
four-wheeler
Otherwise,
is-
four-wheeler is one, two line is there. Okay,
No, so
anyway.
then-
So the total number, including the previous that number, plus now additional these two places. This is in this new layout which has been prepared. You can go through it and you can just
You
and
circulate it
everything
to
is-
us now.
Yeah.
Circulate it now. If you got it yesterday, circulate it now. Clerical errors we have no issue with, but this kind of thing should be circulated with us.
Connected with the previous pay parking amount where we have failed and what has gone wrong with that which you want to confirm. See, last time what we have done, we have केल्लो आमी टेंडर तो वचोंक ना.
Wheelers are concerned.
Yeah.
The number is increased by almost.
Yes, that time the rate was also being highlighted. It was for the full time, night time. The different charges were being given for him. Let's see. Ultimately, when he is taking the contract, last
No.
last
The aim
tender.
is not only to keep contract. It has to be a fair contract also.
Yes, of course. See,
Even from
all the time we are floating it. If we are not getting any revenue, somewhere we have to negotiate with that also.
The reason for not getting somebody to come for tenders are manifold. Not only because of the tender rate.
Ultimately, we have
There
to
are
see the
demands made
benefit
by
also.
people. There are demands of what they want. These
That
kinds of things are made. That is why people are not.
See, because
This
of
is
that,
not-
the second option we have taken as a departmentally. If you go through the departmental study and just check it out, how much we are gaining as a revenue.
No, but
Again, that question is coming.
But is that in proportion to number of vehicles which we are increasing?
Yeah. Now
We are increasing the two wheelers by 50%.
I think that amount what we have quoted as 80 lakh is far better than what we have departmentally done
Earlier
for
we were-
last 3 months.
Departmentally, we
Madam,
cannot
for the
compare. We
departmentally
cannot
we are taking
compare. We have to
only two
compare.
stretch.
How we have to arrive to the
Only two
decision?
stretch
No,
we
we
are
have to
taking
compare
at
it to the
present.
earlier tender.
शेवटी
earlier
कितें
tender.
जाता सगळे मार्केट मॅच जाता पार्किंग जायना
मॅडम 300
वचना
मोटरसायकली कमी करून आणि 50 गाडयो कमी करून तू फक्त 5 लाख वाडयता.
ऑल द टाइम दस हे म्हणटा तशे सेम अमाउंट सेम थिंग इज नॉट एवरी टाइम नो
No,
आता वन पर्सन कॅनॉट कीप दॅट व्हेकल फॉर आवर्स टुगेदर
येस
जेणे जेणे
एक्झॅक्टली.
वयता येता थोडे
2 वरां भितर 5 जाण एका स्पॉटान घालता गाडी.
कंटिन्यूशन नासता बाबा व्हेकल्स
Then what is he doing over there? What is the what happens?
That's why it is not
Madam,
going no. Ultimately,
what happens in Panjim if we go to Pato? We are going and parking in one spot, finishing our work and leaving. He takes 20 rupees from me there.
That's why
Within 2 hours, somebody else is coming and parking. He takes 20 from him. So we are basing our calculation on how many
at
hours?
least to some improve the system. See, these are the things we are giving the contract for 1 year, and already we have already crossed 3-4 months in that.
Madam, there is a difference. आम्ही जर सोपो कलेक्ट करता पण vendor is sitting for 50 rupees for 4 days.
For four-
and
four,
and
five
the
hours.
vehicle time one going, one coming.
One going and coming.
Coming back. There is a difference.
So at
least
एकाकडे
average
सोपो
has to be
घेतलो.
Ultimately,
If you
we
take a
are
Sopo-
losing the revenue
We are
compared to
losing
I know,
revenue for
I
last
know,
3
we
years.
are
no, but
also-
something we have to do it. No,
Yeah,
we
but
cannot
not in
just
this
leave
way.
it for
Madam, we
Yes,
are
yes.
also favoring you to give away.
Yeah.
आमच्या दिल्लंच जाय,
You
but
want it
not
to be
this
passed.
But see,
amount.
but not
This
at cheap
amount is
cost.
favoring somebody.
Not at cheap cost where
Not
Why
the
is
cheap
contractors
cost.
make
No, no,
benefit.
no, no.
Yeah.
Pardon me, amount.
लास्ट आम्ही 3 महिन्यांक पयलें पर डे आमकां 10,000 येता नेट सर
अरे
ते कितें आमचे स्टाफ केपेबल ना आम्ही आमच्या स्टाफाच्या
एक
उलयता.
मिनिट
We are not talking about our
एक्सक्लुडिंग
staff.
GST आणि आमचे वर्कर कळ्ळें न्हू त्यापेक्षा आमकां एकदां आमी दिवन तरी
आणि
पळोवया आमी कितें
त्याच्या
जाता
पयलीं दिल्लो तो सारको पेमेंट
असले खूप
करतालो.
म्युन्सिपालिटीचे
त्याच्या
टेंडर असे
पयलीं
खूप
दिल्लो
देऊन
तेणे
उडयला कमी
दिला.
रेटी.
सारके
Listen,
पैसे
listen.
दिला.
Don't
तुमकां
drag the
रेकॉर्ड
point.
हाड सांगलालो आमी. पयलींच्या सोप्या आल्याचो रेकॉर्ड हाड मरे पार्किंग तेणे
केस तुम्ही
सक्सेसफुल
आता
केला
सोप्यावाल्यान दिवंक ना न्हू लास्ट टाइम केस घातली तेजेर कितें प्रोसिडींग कितें केलें फॉर रिकवरी ऑफ
Coming. Second point is that only. Just we'll arrive to that one, but before that we'll finish this. 4-wheeler and 2-wheeler ज्याचे तुम्ही जर हे केला 153 and 972 what is given on the chart. So if you see the amount of that, it is coming 25,560. तिथून 313 days चे जर implementation केला, the work is coming. It is a fair clear cut. Calculation is
That
there.
amount of per day what you are calculating for one spot is on what basis? How many hours?
This is given for the 4 hours च्या हिशोबान आम्ही जो दिल्लो असा.
Madam, but our parking is open and utilized 100% almost from morning 9 o'clock till night 9. Why we are calculating at 4 hours?
आणि
That is the question.
And collector's order is there 24 hours. Why you are taking 4 hours?
So we are not saying take, we are not saying
to
take
bring them-
calculation of
Again, the
24 hours.
tender amount goes and float in a skyrocket.
Doesn't matter
Yeah,
the four.
Again, we will be the failure for getting the tender.
How do you know
Can't
now we have
understand.
included different area now in that?
But still, in spite of that also, 72 lakhs we didn't get for 3 parts.
आता आमच्यो
What do the people say
आता आमच्यो
for the
मेन
councillors?
एरिया आहा पळय न्हू मेन एरिया त्यो इन्क्लूड जाल्यो
Main area
जो
जो माणूस-
युनियन फार्मा नो दावस्कर हॉटेल आहा पळय न्हू अप टू युनियन फार्मासी टू म्हापसा अर्बन बँक
2 wheelers.
2 व्हिलर्स हेचेर अजून
300
पार्किंग
plus vehicles
आम्ही
are going to be
हेचेर आम्ही
parked and
पार्किंग
we are
So do you want that tender should
राईट ऐक
blow?
हे पळय हेचेर आमी अजून पार्किंग घेवन आसले आमचे पार्किंग खंयचे आसले टॅक्सी स्टँड ते हितूनच येयले आतां आनी ऑपोजीट आराम सोडा 2 व्हिलर डबल लेन प्लस 4 व्हिलर लेन हे भितर येयला म्हणून हेचेर मातशें कॅल्क्युलेशन पळोवन करचें पडलें न्हू ही एरिया सदांच बिजी ते 4 वरां कशें न्हू हे हांगा 8 वरांक तरी गाडी पार्क जाता त्या हिशोबान हे कर आतां पयलींचे आहले ते आमचे मॅस आसले न्हू
Now something will work out on this. Like
Ah,
the,
ते तेका
what I
मातशें
can
री हे करूंक लाय
What I can
आनी पळय
suggest
कशें
is
कितें जाता
since we are as per notification we have 24 hours to apply parking. Even he can take, whoever is the contractor, he will take for 24 hours. Agreed that all slots are not filled for all 24 hours, but why we are taking average of the market parking, especially now that we have included everything that is in the main area which is to be parked only at 4 hours, you increase it to 6 hours
so overall
average.
averagely we have done.
Correct, but only
Average we have
for
done, not considering the festive times and holidays. Bin तिथून आम्ही consider करू ना. मधल्या तेपाक ते बंद असता.
No, take it for 6 hours. We have reduced other tenders of ours. Now also we are going to take up discussion. Let it reduce later, but you are including
What the
300
council says, members.
300
Just
vehicles
suggested
you are
that
increasing.
Again, it will bloat like more than 1
No,
crore.
we don't know that. This is a
Yeah.
new area. Don't make that statement. This is a new area to be included.
आम्ही पहिली फक्त मार्केटाच्या ऑपोजिट घेताले, आता आम्ही मेन मानी
Madam, you see the difference. See the difference between
आराम
the
सोडा.
vehicles. We are taking almost 50 vehicles as far as four-wheelers are concerned, and 300 plus vehicles as far as two-wheelers are concerned, and we are giving the tender for same rate what they were paying earlier. How does that make sense?
332 is increased to two wheelers. म्हणजे जे
What amount is already
332
we were
Madam.
not.
Madam, this
300
tender
गाडी
will
जर
get
तीनला
at all.
लावलं, कितल्या
We
पैसे
failed to get that
but
amount.
this area was never
Never
included.
Because of that,
New
some
area.
part of that is a
Take the-
exercise this, so that we
Our
will start
suggestion,
something.
our suggestion is that you don't take for 8 hours or 12 hours. Although parking can be collected for 24 hours. Don't take average of 8 hours, 12 hours. Take at least 6 hours average. 6 hours parking is 100% done there. The market, there is no parking throughout the day, whatever time you go. From 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning till 6, 7 in the evening, you don't get parking. And how can we take average of 4 hours?
This is like connecting chana from you, madam. आता इतके आम्ही बेनिफिट करतले. हां? तीनला 300
40.
Apart from the vendors who are, madam, apart from the vendors,
No, we will
the
do.
shop,
See.
apart from vendors and shopkeepers who are there throughout the day, who park their vehicle, rest all people come and go.
We find out the difference. See, 4 hours is given as an exercise, so that is a smooth moving. At least something will be started for this.
No, but for the sake of
Try
starting
one
something,
more.
we cannot.
And for that again will be the failure of getting the.
No, that may be so, but we are including adding so much parking. How can we give it at the same rate? It doesn't serve any logic. When you are increasing 300 plus.
Looking at the revenue collection, if you are saying that way, at least the one source, at least we can correct our mistake.
No, but
what we
so
have
why
already
should we
done.
sell the municipalities area for cheap because it is a source?
मॅडम आता आमकां सिंपल एक्झाम्पल दिता आता आमी सोपो दिता मार्केटाचे कितें भितर दिता वेट
Again it will.
ना वयतलो मॅडम कित्याक वयचो ना कितले आमी
Let
300
all
दिता.
councillors make effort to get contractors to fill.
पळय आमकां पयलीं सोपो कितलो येतालो
Again,
13
it is a highlighted.
मॅडम
If
मॅडम
municipality is not getting and
मॅडम
cannot give the
जस्ट
tender
गिव
on
द
that.
सिंपल एक्झाम्पल तुका हांव दिता इझी करपाक आमी जेन्ना आतां मार्केटाचो सोपो घेताले 13 लाखान आमकां तो दितालो सोपो प्लस 28% GST फक्त भितरले मार्केट आतां जर आमी ताका सांगलें आमी तुका पुलीस स्टेशना कडेन सगळे वेंडर भायर बसता पळय तेंचे कलेक्ट कर करसवाडे कलेक्ट कर
What is the house bill?
मागीर कितले जातले
Clear correction is the majority. You just tell me what to do. Ultimately, we have to arrive to a decision. Huh? Because rather than nothing,
अरे बीड हायर साइड असू शकता
I think we put in the voting. Because how many they feel like it is not
They will vote
work. Just calculate who is for and who is against for this. See, ultimately we are giving them zero rating for this.
80 सांगल्या म्हणून 80 वाढतो आणि कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट बीट वाढून
And nobody is coming forward. And last so many months together, we were madly trying and we are not getting any votes.
कॅल्क्युलेशन करून
चेअरपर्सन कशें आसा आयकून घे फाटीं जेन्ना वचोंक ना पळय टेंडर
Who came in?
आयकून घे फाटीं जेन्ना टेंडर वचोंक ना तेन्ना हेच बोवाळ मारताली की वचना लॉस जाता कोण बेर करतलो काय म्हणून आतां जेन्ना आमी बेज अमावंट 80 काडटा पळय ते 1 करोड 30 कर म्हणटा तेन्ना परत जर वचोंक ना जाल्यार परत बोवाळ जातलो की फाटलो बॅकलॉग जो आसा तो कोण भरून काडटलो काय म्हणून म्हाज्या मतान 80 जो आसा पळय बेज तो तुमी हे करचो आनी तेचेर कोण तो टेंडर वाडून व्हरो न्ही न्हू कितें आहा तो बाकीच्यांचे सहमत
Madam, when what my colleague is speaking here is absolutely false. Whenever there is any tender floated by the market, or I'm sorry, insofar as parking or SOPO or any otherwise, the tender, we do not decide whether the tenders are supposed to come or no there. But the rate is fixed based on the increment which is done every year by the council, not by us. Nobody has suggested that you increase it to 2 crores, 3 crores.
No.
We are taking an average of 10% increase and increasing it. What is he talking about making allegation? That we are saying, yes, the municipality is failing in making recovery from all contractors. That is a fact. Why we should not ask that question?
ruling should be blamed for that.
And of course the ruling party should be blamed for this.
See, today's condition is there like
No,
what
madam,
has
1 minute,
been
1
done.
minute.
We have to correct that at least to see something. The
No,
revenue should come.
Madam should
There's
answer
some
me.
negotiation part
Madam,
and we
madam
will
should
take
only
action.
answer me this question. When we are increasing the parking by 300 for two-wheelers and by 50 by four-wheelers, why we are keeping the tender at the same what it was 2 years back? That is the question.
Certain, because it is not successfully done. What the
This area was never included. How can you say it is not successful?
it was not successful at all.
Maybe,
Lot
no,
of
at-
50% we have collected,
no,
and this is like
at-
a debate for us.
at 600
I think right now the condition is there. What are the things are given? आमकां नोटिफाईड केली एरियाज आम्ही तशीच सोडलेली आसा.
मॅडम
without
पण
taking
एव्हरेज
any
4
area.
वरांची कित्याक घेता? मार्केटान पार्किंग जाता 8 वरांचे न्हू. तुम्ही
It is
एव्हरेज 4
average is
वरांचे.
taken. See, each and every is not coming, and the same 4 are same.
That is what I am saying. This area never used to come before. So why are you assuming that the tender will not go? Madam, increase it little bit at least.
What else?
पैसे वाढायचे.
चेअरपर्सन
किती म्हणता?
थोडे वाडयात तेतून कित्याक कमी जाता ते आता पळय
1 करोडच्या वरचा वचना ना आमच्याकडे.
1 करोडच्या वयर असं नका 90 कर
Okay, how many there? 90?
99 कर.
90 कर सर
90?
Hi, 90.
Final figure? How many are there? All accepted?
युनानिमसली पास कर 90
Without GST or with GST?
Without that, anyways, is collecting.
72 is without GST no
90? Without. Without GST.
मॅडम एक कित्याक सांगता
Yeah.
फाल्यां भायर रॉंग मेसेज वचोंक फावना की आमी
Now it is our part like to
Yes.
get the bidder.
I
See,
mean,
it is under
we
request for each and every.
Yes, everybody
Ultimately, we have to successfully do. So somewhere we have to also
Madam,
negotiate and
this is
be with
also
them.
a part
Lot
of my to
councillors
be a
are in
part
contact
of the
with
council.
contractor. They will bring.
Okay. So
Yeah.
definitely your support
Why
will be
we
required.
are advising madam you आमची रॉंग मेसेज वचोंक फावना की आमी कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर ऑलरेडी डिसायड केला आनी इतल्यो गाडयो ताका वाडोवन दिल्या म्हणून.
No,
ओके?
not at all.
Yes.
It is a fully. So that can will be taken off like.
Yes.
See, when it is given as the working accordingly, I don't think something to work out and what we are losing. That is the only this practice we are practicing only for that.
Increase it to
इतके
90.
3 महिने आम्ही काहीच बनवलं आणि peanut we have got 90. So the final figure will be 90 on
90 without GST and
without GST and TCS. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Proposed by. Huh? Sudhir.
Second.
Seconded by Shashank Nalwar. Okay, and try to get the bidder also.
100%.
आम्ही आता थंय बसता वचोन. आणि
Of the pay parking, see this is related to the pay parking only. Please buy the contractor Adi facility services. Bid was 72 lakhs. 72 lakhs was the bid amount, but we got the bidder quoted amount rupees 72 lakhs 36,000. He started with the collection, and I think was given as a bidding amount, and it was taken for the 72 lakhs 36,000. Out of that, he has given as an advance installment payment of rupees 1,36,161. On the top of that, 18% GST त्याने दिले आमका 24,509, 24,509, and 2% TCS by 2,723. So advance आमका एक installment त्याचो येल्लो असलो, that is a 1,63,393. It is already be given on the note, and we are having his security deposit 6,03,000, and EMD that is 1,44,000. After that, he didn't pay a single pay, saying that he is facing lot many problems by giving the letters of his grievances. And if you check it out, the total amount what we have received from him is advanced 13, EMD 1.44, security deposit 6 lakhs, altogether it is coming at the 7,47,000, and the net amount what he has to pay to us is to be collected is a 5,56,258. नेट टू बी कलेक्टेड. त्याचे टोटल अमाऊंट जर मायनस केले तर स्टील द बॅलन्स इज रिमेनिंग 8,16,909. इतके त्याचे एक इन्स्टॉलमेंट EMD आणि सेक्युरिटी देऊन सुद्धा तो डिफॉल्टर जाता आणि आमकां त्याचे कलेक्शन आमकां पावूंक ना. नाव ही इज आस्किंग फॉर द रिफंड जे त्याने पे केल्ले आसा, त्याचे EMD आसा किंवा सेक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट आसा त्याच्या खातीर तो डिमांड केला. सो वॉट डू यू फील? स्टील ही हॅज टू पे अस 8,16,909. ते त्याचो जो एज अ डिफॉल्टर ही कूड नॉट पे. फक्त एकूच इन्स्टॉलमेंट दिल्लो आसा आणि तितून सुद्धा ते कवरअप जायना. सो दिस इज द मेन अमाउंट. And what his grievances were there, की he could not do the justice to collection because of the so many problems. त्यांनी 2-3 हांगासर कंप्लेंट्स कशी दिल्ली असली इन रिटर्न की बिकॉज ऑफ पहिली गोष्ट म्हणजे अंडरग्राउंड केबलिंग वर्क वॉज गोईंग ऑन, रोड्स प्रॉपरली नसले. शेवटी शॉपकीपर्स जे आसा थंयसरले दे वर पार्किंग फॉर आवर्स अँड आवर्स टुगेदर. अँड दिस इज द व्हेरी वॅलिड पॉईंट वीच वी वर कन्सिडरिंग फॉर गिविंग द टेंडर, की थंयसरले जे असतात ते दवरतात दिसान दीस पण पैसे दिनान in our notified areas, and it is a tough task for them also. तिसरी गोष्ट अशी असली की when there is a festive time किंवा Fridays, they are not getting in the single pay as a collection. आणि on the top of that they have to bear with the cost of their त्याचे वर्कर्स असतात, त्यांचे पेमेंटा करचे पडटा, थोडे नोटिफाईड करचे पडटा, थोडे थंयसर करेक्शना करचे असतात, तांकां बाकीची मशिनां पण परचेस करची पडटा. ऑल दीस थिंग्स आर देर अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट हीज ग्रिव्हन्सेस वर देर आणि त्याच्या खातीर तो पे करू शकलो ना म्हणून तो इज आस्किंग फॉर द EMD अँड द सेक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट टू गेट इट बॅक. पण आमकां पावताना पावले फक्त 163 त्याचे एज अ एक 1 इन्स्टॉलमेंट करून पावल्लो आसलो. हय, त्यातले फक्त आमचे 7 lakhs पावल्या. 8 lakhs इज स्टील ही इज ड्यू टू पे अस.
8 लाख तो आमकां दिवपाक. आता तुम्ही हे कितें म्हणटा?
So we have to decide what to do with him.
ना ते घेवपाकूच जाय.
We have to collect from him.
पळय तू जशें मॅडम शुक्रारचे सांगता पळय आमी क्लॉजान आसतले की फ्रायडे आमी पार्किंग घेयना, बरोबर? ते आमी पार्किंग घेयना बिकॉज फ्रायडे मार्केट आमचो मेन मार्केट. सो ते पार्किंग सोडीत जाल्यार त्याचो कितें आहा तो तुमी अंडरग्रावंड जेन्ना म्हणटा किंवा तेचे ते वर्कर्साचे तूं उलयले पळय ते तेचो हे, कारण वर्कर हे घालप आनी कलेक्शन करप हे कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराचें काम. मागीर दुसरें म्हणजे तो आतां तूं हेचें म्हणटा पळय अंडरग्रावंड पार्किंग, अंडरग्रावंड आमचें केबलिंग जाल्लें तेन्ना ते म्हाका दिसता टेंडर काडच्या पयलीं अंडरग्रावंड केबलिंग सुरू आसलें. सो तेणी ते घेतना पयलीं चिंतूंक जाय आसलें. अशें घेवन 8-8 लाख आमकां म्युनिसिपालिटीक लुकसाण करप म्हाका तरी दिसना. आनी 8-8 lakhs जर आमी वेवर दिवपाक लागले जाल्यार म्युनिसिपालिटी आमी लॉसान वचत रावतली. हे मातशें हें करचें हे आनी म्हाका दिसता हाडपाची गरजूय ना. तेचें कितें आहा तें हें करचें घेवचें.
कलेक्शन झाले पण त्याचे पेमेंट जाऊन ना प्रत्येक फाटी तरी ग्रीव्हन्सेस घेऊन लेटर दिले असले कंप्लेंट्स.
टॅक्सी स्टँडर्ड कलेक्शन केलं त्याने.
बट स्टील ही हॅज नॉट पेड, ही इज डिफॉल्टर.
मार्केटाच्या बाहेर
सी
हा प्रॉब्लेम करलाच नसलो, कलेक्शन केला त्याने.
But he has not paid and that is the reason why we are arriving to the decision. Okay. So, I'll accept the notice.
लायटीचे काढला म्हणटा आमची रिकवरी जायना म्हणटा त्याला तेका लेटर कर आनी तेंचेर माग थोडो मागूंक शकता.
Once he has taken the tender, like no, he has to approach when the shopkeepers that fight was there. He should approach to the police.
शॉपकीपर
From his
तेणी कंप्लेंट करून आमी नोटीस धाडूंक जाय ना आमी कसो गिराव.
I think when we entertained them, they were totally denying. It is not that way. It is a personal fight in between them.
That is the difference.
With these workers.
तशें ते डिफरन्स जाता न्हू जाल्यार ते रिकवरी तेका करचें तेजे कडसून.
Yeah, that's the thing. We are concerned with the what to do with the remaining amount. He is asking for the refund.
Not refund.
What will be? No refund. Yes, accepted. Proposed by.
चेअरपर्सन नाल्यार अशें करया जें कितें आमकां पावलां तितून आमचें भागुया परत आनी तेका रिफंड बी दिवया.
That's the thing. 163 only.
सोंपोया चल.
तरी आमकां 8 लाख.
तरी 8 lakh we are in loss.
आनी कशें
ना कितें हें जालां पळय तो.
Okay, we will stop there only and it will be forfeited. Yes.
Only we
Yeah.
have to also consider one thing
Yeah.
in his favor, that all these issues which he was facing there, he has communicated on time to us. And those issues,
One controversy point I can tell you. He has said that he stopped collection on certain date, and the grievances is given even later on that also. So is it true what he is saying?
Let it
Can
be
we give the
forfeited.
justice to that?
No, no,
1 तारखेर तो म्हणटा आपण बंद केला आणि 9 तारखेर घालता 9 तारखेपासून आपण झगडी करता आपण कलेक्शन करपाक दिना. That means that process of collection is still going on, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Let it be
how much to
forfeited, the
consider
amount.
for that?
Let it be forfeited.
So it will be forfeited unanimously. Decision, yeah. Proposed by. And what about the remaining amount? What he used to pay?
पार्किंग
Loss was-
टेंडर करतले.
Thinking on that only we were preparing. That is the only point. By mistake, I take it to the second.
Then the question should be answered. How many earlier contractors we are doing any proceedings against?
This is the current one. What I am talking.
But that is a fact. Municipality doesn't take action against default.
Yeah.
पण उलयता का उभो रावन उलोवं न्ही. उभो रावला तेजेकडे लक्ष दितो. पार्किंगचे जे टेंडर आसा तो माझे सजेशन आहा की कॉन्ट्रॅक्टरा कडल्यान कोणाक टेंडर दिता पळय कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट 3 म्हयन्याचे एडवान्स घेवपाचे तेंचे कडल्यान. हो इशू मागीर रेज जावचो ना. 3 म्हयन्याचो हांगासर नासलो सेक्युरिटी
He was given only for from 20 January to 31st March.
हां 3 महिन्यात
3 महिन्यात what even 3 महिने?
25 जानेवारी
20 तारखेर त्याने टेंडर घेतला. 20
काय मेळना तेडो
20 जानेवारी ते 31 मार्चाचो असलो त्याचो कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट.
महिन्याचे सेक्युरिटी डिपॉझिट दिवपाचे तुम्ही.
आणि फक्त जानेवारी.
मागीर केला अंडरग्राउंड
नेक्स्ट टाइम टेंडर झाले काही ब्लँक चेक घेवपाचे असे सजेशन जायना.
आसा.
मंदर परत नागवेकरान ब्लँक चेक दिलो कितें केलें आज करून
तेच म्हणटा.
डिपॉझिट बंद करून
घेना. Actionच घेना. 138 proceedings घालला जाता तो check.
एज पर माय नॉलेज फाटलो 11 लाख कितें तरी सोप्याचो टेंडर आसलो आमी काडलेलो व्यवहार आमी दिल्लो 11 लाख तो DMN केस चालू आसा ही जर आमी 8 लाखाची परत व्यवहार दिले जाल्यार परत केसीचे आनी मागीर ते धांवपळ चालू जातली त्यापेक्षा तो 8 लाख आमी कितें आतां रिकवर करया
रिकवरी एफर्ट्स करा.
हय एफर्ट्स घालपाचे आमच्या हांकां घालून एफर्ट्स घालया
EMD and security deposit also we minus करूया. उरलेले आसा we'll try to recover from him.
रायट
That will be the decision what we will take. Okay? Agree?
घे न्हू एक आनी सपोज
Chairperson,
Unanimously?
so
Agree.
henceforth, no waiver should be given to anyone, because it is, you're passing a wrong message from our department in terms of SOPO, pay, parking, that we are giving a scope that we can waiver off. People are saying you can pay the deposit amount, and thereafter you after 5-6 months you can not pay, then it is fine. The municipality will not do anything.
They are
So
not
I-
doing only.
So it is giving a wrong message. No, we have to recover all the amount that is due to us.
तसेच झाले
Now, discussion on the denotation of the SOPO tender for the year 2024-25. We have floated the tender and we were not successful for getting the bidder. म्हणून आम्ही 10% देवात गेल्ले असले आणि लास्ट वॉज द 1,67,87,371. So 1.67 आम्ही देवली. Still we didn't get any bidder for that. So ultimately we floated for multiple times also. So he tender for the collection of the market software for the year 24-25 floated for the bid amount 1.67 with no bid. So ultimately we have to take the decision to float the tender. कित्याक 2 फाटी आमी 10% देवयले तरी आसतना आमचो वचोंक ना फ्लोट जावकूच ना टेंडर and we are in a bad position to get for the SOPO collection. So it is just a suggestion. It is wrongly it is written. It is not decided. It is kept for the discussion and for the. It has been proposed की आम्ही आणीक ते 10% कमी करून we will try and try to get the SOPO done. Okay. So 1.50. 1,50 lakhs आणि excluding GST and TCS and that will be work out. Okay. All are agreed? Yeah. Unanimously. Okay, so that will be the decision proposed by unanimously decided by all council members. Proposed by all, can be taken down. Seconded by all. So nice, please. I propose करून seconded all. Proposed by Kishori Korgaonkar, seconded by by all. Seconded by about the clock tower. सगळ्यांक खबर आसा आमच्या सर्कला कडेन आसा तो डिस्कस प्रपोजल रिगार्डिंग रिपेअर अँड मेंटेनन्स ऑफ द क्लॉक टावर. सो आमकां बिड्स येयल्ले आसा. सो हायेस्ट बीड आसा अद्वे आनी म्हाका दिसता आनी एक 2 येयल्ले आसा शेरेटॉन. ताका हायेस्ट बीड आसा ताका आमी दिवचे ठरयतात. वी हॅव टू गो जस्ट आय पुटिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. One is come for 35,000, not 35,000, 38,000 annual remuneration for this, and second one is of the 56,000 only per annum.
35 and 38. 35 and 38.
Yeah, it has got, we are not received because delaying in getting this. 35 and 38 it was, and one more bid is we have got is about the 56 it is. So the highest bid is the 56. Can we go ahead with this 56 per annum? Yeah.
This is not a tender or a contract that we are bidding for. It is on the CSR they are taking it for maintenance.
Maintenance.
We have to have
Highest bid.
Not necessarily it is highest bid. We have to consider whether who is that party, whether they are from Mapusa, whether, because why to give this CSR to anyone else? We don't know now that whoever has submitted that note of 56,000 is not circulated. We don't know who it is.
The copy is there. See, submission is there. So many of that in AOB and this thing. See, from getting it, once it is before meeting, it is comes like how to consider it. Like
Your agenda is correct.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no.
Copy. Yeah, we will get the copy of that. So that detail you will get it
And we can
also.
have
I think he has already given.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not there in any
Yeah.
of the.
Advaiche sir, sir. I think already has
Madam, what
been
has
done
happened?
that job. Advai. Hoy. Ani sir.
Advay says 35,000.
Yeah, we are going for the highest bid, so he is ready to pay
Madam, it is not a bid when it is CSR.
CSR रे तेच ना. जर आमकां चड मेळटा कित्याक घेवया नाका न्हू.
But have you considered whether the other parties are ready to pay more?
अद्वै उरली ना.
अद्वे आणि म्हापसा क्लिनिक इज दे नो टू आर 2 आसा ती चेअरपर्सन.
आमी करूंकूच ना. अंडर CSR ओनली वी आर डुईंग इट. आणि जर आमकां 35 and 38 च्या वयर जर आमकां 56 मेळटा, आय थिंक दॅट विल दिता आय एम गिविंग सर्क्युलेटिंग दॅट कॉपी.
We should consider
Yeah.
asking these two people whether they are ready to match it, because we are not.
No, see. Okay, so the highest bid is there, so it will be going to the highest bid. You will get the copy of
Who is the
that.
party who is given the bid?
आता हिच्याकडे दिला. शेरेटन. आता दिता तुमकां.
You move to the next one and come back.
Yeah.
No problem.
To discuss the notification dated
When has that report been done of that?
2 days back. 2 days back.
Why is it not circulated today?
You want 2 days? 2 days?
Even if it was done
It was
this
in the
morning,
yesterday.
even if it was done this morning and we are having to consider
No,
that,
आत्ताच
why
येईल.
it is not
दुसरं.
found?
किंवा 2 दिवस पहिले आता ते एंट्री केला ती व्हॅलिड जाता का जायना? आता ते
Kiran, any other matter and we are considering that now.
ना आय एम जस्ट
Before considering.
कॅनॉट नो. आता समज त्यांनी 35,000चे एक दिला, एक 38,000 दिला, नाव इज 56,000. तो काल 2 दिवस पहिली दिला म्हणटा ते 2 दिवस पहिली दिल्यापर्यंत कन्सिडर जाता का जायना?
Because notice is given before, no?
ॲडमिशन तू सांग न्हू.
Prior to notice period.
एनी अदर मॅटर्स आसता एनी अदर मॅटर्सान जे सडन जे इश्यू आहा ते रेज जाता न्ही. आपले इश्यू नोटीस कितें इश्यू आहा ते हाडटा न्ही.
कित्याक तो हे
ना, पण हो agenda तितून ना matter.
वो एजेंडात ना बरोबर आपूण जालो प्रपोजल आयिल्लो आहा. आतां कसो आहा वो स्कीप करून तो प्रपोजल डिस्कस करी जाल्यार तातूंत हायर सायड आहा.
दॅट इज करेक्ट.
न्ही पूण तुमी डिसायड करा
ना
म्हणून.
ना म्हणजे आता आमकां हे सर्क्युलेट जालें न्हू.
विषय डिस्कस करपाक
Already आमचे ते घड्याळ बंद पडलेली आसा. The person who is coming and willingly doing it. And it is under CSR activity, no, why not?
म्हणजे म्हणणं कितें आतां आमच्या जिल्ल्यान हे सर्क्युलेट जालें आसतलें न्हू कोणी तरी कॉपी केला दोग जाणी जे त्रास केला कश्ट केला प्लॅन काढला हे केलं फेल वयतले न्हू तांचे कशें आसतलें कोणी केलें
Firstly it was there, the copy has been given. Only we could. I think when he had contacted Lego, I have not received, that's why I kept the message because I have not received. So this is the copy, this is like somewhere there is a correction.
हे पळय हे आतां तुमी सर्क्युलेट केला पळय न्हू ते पळय ते 2 प्रपोजल आहा पयलींचे 2 प्रपोजलाक एक पळय 35 आहा तेचेच नांव हांगा रिफ्लेक्ट जाता शॅरिटॉन
म्हणजे ज्याची 38,000 दिल्ले
शॅरिटॉन.
कॉपी मारला आणि 56 केला जो
रिफ्लेक्ट जाता तेचें नांव
दॅट इज अ चिटींग ऑफ
हे मागीर भितर कळ्ळा आनी तेणी
केला न्हू कित्याक एकदां सर्क्युलेट जाली 35,000
नॉट फेअर
No, not question of deciding. What, why this kind of...
आमकां पयलीं कितें दिलां हेतूनच डिसिजन घेवया मागीर आनी कोण म्हाज्या
तेका दुसरो सर्कल घेवन दी आनीक सर्कल घेवन दी आनी तेन्ना 1 लाख बरोबर दी हो सिंबल पयलो सिंबल पळय कंपनीचो सिंबल सेम कंपनीचो कितले फटयतले म्हणून कितले फटयतले सिग्नेचर मॅडम सिग्नेचर ऑफ बोथ द ऑथराइज्ड सिग्नेचर इज द सेम
See, ultimately we are here to get the service from the people who have genuinely
not at the cost of cheating someone else. The bid was otherwise would have been won by Mapusa Clinic. And it would have been won. Now you are promoting
as per the
false
rule.
practices now.
As per that, the highest bid will be considered.
Correct.
So when it is on the table and it is coming for the discussion, definitely
But
the
this
question comes.
document only looks like a fraud, no? The
Why, it is
symbol of the
already
madam.
Inverted document. It is not the thing like.
No, not prior to the note.
हेतून कितें केलां जाणा हेतून एक जगलरी केलें पयलीं हांवें
But last minute आमचे जे proposal आहे that also be not be considered.
म्हाजें आयक पयलीं हे आनी एक पयलीं हांवें प्रपोजल दिलो 35 आनी जेन्ना म्हाका कळ्ळें तेन्ना हांवें म्हाजी कंपनी म्हणून मातशें कितें ऑल्टर केलें आनी परत प्रपोजल हें बरोबर जायना मिटिंगेक येयले न्हू मिटिंगेक येयले 2 इश्यू येयले
Madam, see the signature on the paper.
मागीर म्हापसा क्लिनिकाक तेणी 60,000 करपाचे दुसरे लागून
Logo same. You ask the other councillors to verify this. Logo and signature is the same of the authorized person.
38 आहोत ती
Cutting बड़ा करता. Promoting unfair trade practices here.
आम्ही म्हापसा क्लिनिकात घेऊया मॅडम.
See what you say. Kirana Shoki ultimately we have to get the work done.
No, madam. Madam, please answer that. You compare both the letters and
तुम्ही
see
असे
no.
किरात
Yeah, एक कोणी चार दोन्ही देऊ शकता. Why not?
मॅडम तशें जाल्यार आमी फाल्यां सांगता म्हापसा क्लिनिकाक 57,000 दी म्हणून दॅट इज नॉट अनफेअर प्रॅक्टीस हय सो कीप इट फॉर डिस्कशन देन कीप इट फॉर डिस्कशन देन आय एम शॉक्ड मॅडम दॅट यू आर अलाउइंग दिस
अजेंडान हो आयटम घातलाय आणि आमकां 2 प्रपोजल दिलाय ते 2 प्रपोजल
कन्सिडर कर हे लेटर काल येयला
आणि हे अशें सगळे
काल धाडला तुवें चिटींग मॅडम
the same
It's not a cheating. If somebody
100% it is cheating.
How?
It
You
is
cannot say that, huh? You cannot say that.
नाही नाही झालं
See, it is not a cheating. If somebody feels that I can go more than that, I can
Madam,
give the second
ask the
bid.
chief officer to clarify.
Why this is so?
No, let's search.
It is up to us like whether to accept it or no. That is a different issue.
You ask
We
the
are
chief officer.
not by following unfair
You
trade
cannot use this
practices.
language and say the thing. When it is official, it is not the thing somebody is pushed there.
Madam, nobody is saying it to you.
Nobody is there.
Why you are taking it personally?
I am not taking personally, but don't use this foul language, no?
Madam, saying cheating is
It is a
not
fraud.
saying
and
get out to a counselor
it
is
has
foul
come on the
language.
table. It is
Saying
come on the
get out to
table.
counselor is foul language. Not that it
If
is
you are not
cheating.
accepting, not agreeing, that is different issue. Please sit,
Answer
I am
the
telling
question.
you.
Answer
Please
why-
sit,
answer
please.
why it is being done.
Don't use that to go on the personal level.
Nobody
We
is
are
saying
nowhere
personal.
here. It is the meant for the giving the
Madam,
for the as a CSR activity.
all are witnessing, we are not.
I would prefer if I am getting the more which is on my table before the meeting, that will be the for the
Madam,
consideration.
No, this cannot be considered in
we are not going about the.
agenda. As the chief officer, his letter which has come after the
After the meeting was over.
सर तुम्ही सांगा असे घेऊ सर तुम्ही सांगा असे घेऊ शकता काल डेट
आम्ही
आमच्याकडे
consider करतो दोन.
घेऊ शकता
You can say that it is against the rule, but they can't say like a fraud or cheating. Don't use that word.
If you
It
consider,
spoils the decorum of the meeting, you know.
no, if you consider it, it does amount to misrepresentation and fraud only.
The letter is put up before the council for discussion and decision.
On two
See,
bids.
आता कशी का this letter was not part of the document which was supplied in notice.
Yes.
Now we are not doing something by hiding. We are bringing
Sir, but
third person
when
also before the
party is
council.
doing cheating practice, sir.
Well,
What happened?
थोडं चिटिंग म्हणू नका.
बरे unfair trade practice म्हणजे.
Unfair trade practice.
You have a right to agitate that issue.
Yes, sir.
And discuss and according
But
decide.
तसेच लोक
Decide करा. नका घेऊ नका घेऊ.
घालू शकता तो
घेऊ नका झाले घेऊ नका.
नका घालू असं.
Madam, in that case, what I had suggested first was fair. That you ask Mapusa Clinic if he is ready to.
Suggest करा आणि आणि
I suggested that at the first instance. That was the first suggestion I gave.
Give the suggestion, note it down. Give the suggestion, it will be valid, we will consider that.
Madam, the first suggestion given across was that you check with, since this sort of unfair practice is going on, you ask person who has given the letter, the other bid, whether he is ready to match it. If he is matching it, give it to him because he is winning the bid. Otherwise,
We cannot bargain that.
We are not bargaining.
If somebody is given,
ग्रुपार घातला नॉट रिपोर्टर ग्रुपार अजेंडा
मागीर कितें तर ऑर्डिनरी मिटिंगाचे रुल्स पळयले तुवें इट इज आवर ड्युटी टू पब्लीश. अरे बट इट इज आवर ड्युटी टू पब्लीश. आमी करिना ती आमची चूक. We are supposed to inform all the citizens of Mapusa that meeting is going on today.
coming to the point, don't drag out the point like.
He is
I
dragging
think what
the
to do
point.
like, no, just say, coming to the point.
Let's check with him whether he is giving that.
हे दोन आपले पयलींचे
They consider if you want to enhance that amount.
Second point, so how many they feel like it is a not to be given to the highest bid and you have to just reconsider.
आम्ही हायस्ट इथून द्या इथून जो अजेंडा आज येला तो नका
वोटिंग घालू नका वोटिंग घालपाक तर रायटच ना वोटिंग कसं घालता तू
कित्याक majority because it is under CSR activity we are getting the bid.
किती राहता तुम्हीच करा मेजॉरिटी
But how you can follow
Already
this
has
wrong
been given
practice?
and the bid is there. Yeah.
Madam, we are suggesting. Madam, to be fair to everybody, including our citizens who have come before to do this CSR activity, why don't we accept if he is taking or matching that bid, give it to him because otherwise by fair practice he is winning the bid.
We have not asked any amount to the person who is going to sponsor.
Correct.
Then
But
do you want like the council should ask bid more than that so you
it appears that
you
it
are
has
able
been done
to
that
get
way.
it.
It appears it has been done that way.
Now which is the highest bidder?
It appears that it has been done that way.
Like that, so many are inverts are there. Today I have received. Should I consider or not to consider those?
Under any other topic, yes, you consider. I have no difficulty. This is not coming under any other topic. This is coming on a fixed agenda which note has been circulated. And in that note, there are only 2 persons who have come for this.
Many times what happens, 7 days
No,
is the time duration is given.
Madam, we'll talk about today. Talk about today's.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying. So many things are missing. It is our part like we are correcting it. And that too before conducting the meeting,
Correct.
not after conducting.
But that mistake is not happening from our end. What is missing is the chart which was supposed to come for parking. Date is there saying 17th. This has come yesterday.
But that is before meeting only, no?
But it is not before circulating the notice period note. Our notice has come 7 days back.
It is the correct.
हांवें तो सगळ्यांनी क्लियर केला जे डिस्कशन दोला
Correct, sir. तुम्ही हे सांगला
Give me the personal view. How many
decide करा no why it was pointed out to the
No, but
council see
what sir
listen
pointed out was when such urgent things come and it can be taken up under any other matter. We are not taking up this issue under any other matter.
there is a specific agenda for discussion on the CSR activity.
So then we cannot take
What is
this.
proposals are come on lower side and one proposal come yesterday which was on higher side and we are discussing that agenda today and without
On the
both
blatant
side
face-
evaluation is there.
हो एजंडा तो एजंडा हाडून आसलो तुमच्या डिस्कशनाक जाल्यार तुमी पॉयंट आवट केलो हायर सायड आसलो तो कित्याक पॉयंट आवट केलो ना आमकां तेचो दिसान लेट मी फिनीश आतां कशें आहा 2 प्रपोजल आयले बिफोर इश्यू ऑफ नोटीस आनी हो एक प्रपोजल आयला आयज आतां हो प्रपोजल जर तुमचे नजरेक हाडिना आसतना हे दोनूय डिसायड केल्ले आनी मागीर पॉयंट आवट केलें की हायर सायडूय आपलो कोण तरी CSR एक्टिविटीज करपाक आसता
कितले सर्कल
आयक रे आयक न्ही सर्कला बाबतीन तूं उलोवनाका ताका हो स्पेसिफीक आयिल्लो प्रपोजल क्लॉक टावराचो तो प्रपोजल जर तुमचे नजरेक हाडून आसतना डिस्कस केलो जाल्यार तुमी म्हणटाले हायर सायड आमकां कोण एक वेंडर मेळटालो तो आमी क्लोज केलो पण आतां तुमी डिसायड करा ताका घेवन ताका नाका आसतना ते 2 हा प्रपोजल ते डिसायड करचे म्हणून काबार करा
कित्याक विचार
करा
बाकीच्यांक विचार किती जाण म्हणटा
दोन आसा तितूंतलो
ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट सर तुम्ही डिसाइड करता असले मॅटर ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट it appears
Why decide? It has kept it, otherwise would have not kept it in the open meeting.
as a chief officer he receives letters of this type
Many times it happens, the inverted copies we are getting delayed, and that is the correction what we have to do.
म्हणून हाडूंक नासलें
identical signatures identical logo everything appears to be of the same person
Is there a rule
it is
they
not
cannot
expected who but not one day before keep it for consideration with due process
आनी मॅडम आमी हाडूं नाका
मॅडम.
म्हाका एक तुमकां सांगूंक सोदता पयलीं जे आमी हे कन्सिडर केला जो अदवय आनी म्हापसाकली हातून म्हापसाकली न्ही चड आमकां पे करता सो आमी ताकाच दिवया न्ही सिंपल ताकाच दिवया
ask him to match their offer madam or else you keep it for the next meeting and ask him to match the bid ask if Mapsa Clinic wants to match the bid if they're not matching give it to him but it should not unfair practices should not be used
Eligibility for this matter. See, ultimately we are here to get maximum जो काही bid amount आहे तो त्याच्या
वर्ष आली बंद आणि 6 महिने उरले 6 महिने आले क्लॉक बंद आहे आणि थोडा टाइम लागतो this is not a fair practice to continue
Why not? See, this is a personal thing. It is again for the Mapusa municipality. आणि जर आमका जर higher bid येता, we can't we consider that? How may they feel like? जर आमका मेळटा आणि जर एक जाता under CSR activity.
not by not following due process you follow due process for everything
आम्ही ना म्हणून आम्ही तुझ्याच साईडीक
Because see, ultimately we are for doing some work and for the correction. आता कितके दिवसापासून तो आमचा पडलेलो असा.
आणि
आता जायना.
महिनाभर उरवली काय जायना काय फरक पडना
अजून एकच मीटिंग झाला
या वर्षाची ही दुसरीच मीटिंग मॅडम अजून 4 तुमका घेवपाक जाय
And there is explanation and clarification regarding the budget meeting what Shashank has already asked before. So it is over to.
Section 78 आमचो clause 9 sub clause 9 the quorum necessary for the transaction of business at an ordinary meeting shall be 1/3 of the total number of council at a special meeting shall be one half of the total number of council म्हणजे it was more than 11 असले म्हणटाले म्हणजे हाफ 10 झाले so quorum is there तो एजेंडा पास करपाचो
Because we have counted and we waited till the quorum has reached. So I think the budget meeting, just please take a note.
it was special meeting
yeah
The minutes of the special meeting related to budget, the minutes has been proposed by budget meeting, special meeting. Because we kept it on hold. So proposed by?
nobody is proposing from your side your own resolutions madam
By Shubhangi and seconded by Kishori and Shashank. Of notification number 11/18/2013 DMA /2755 dated 2012-2017 towards imposition of service charges on the government or semi-government premises, schools, college buildings, etc. If we see that letter had come in the year 2021 for the implementation of these for the people, especially the government and the semi-government, because we are giving all the services to these buildings. So it will be the 33.33% of the property tax. So अशें आमचे केल्ले आसा तर that should be implemented to all government and semi-government. Okay, so it is accepted by Proposed-
because 3 times I have raised this issue. Why we are not
Proposed by
proposing?
Shashank and seconded by Kamal.
चेअरपर्सन
Okay.
ताचेर एक बरयला पळय म्युनिसिपल सर्वीस हे बरयला रिलेटेड
Yeah.
सॅनिटायज बरयला हे बरय पण ते स्ट्रीट लायट आमकां खंय म्युनिसिपालिटी दिता पॅरेग्राफ
No, but the
सेकंड
text to be changed is 33
दॅट
and
इज
a half.
ओके दॅट इज ओके ते बरयला पळय म्युनिसिपल सर्वीस रिलेटेड टू सॅनिटायज गार्बेज कलेक्शन ते तेजेर बरें लास्ट बरयला पळय तेजेर स्ट्रीट लायट बरयला ती आमकां सर्वीस म्युनिसिपालिटी दिता
Through electricity department.
थ्रू इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बट हांगा म्युनिसिपालिटी म्हणून बरयला
Municipality is getting it done through the department.
वॉट इज गेटिंग डन
Maintenance थोडे असता न्हू
खंय
आमचे.
करता तूं?
आम्ही सुद्धा याच्यावर करना. Initially it was. This is the class is the 2000. Yes, yeah, Anand.
हय बरोबर पयलीं करताले
Mr. Anand, yeah. And this circular, see. I just want to give the clarification. This is the circular given in 2021-19 and दिला. That time it was given and that circular त्यांनाच असलो तो. आताही चेंजेस येयल्ले आसा.
पण आतां
So-
जाला न्हू तो
ते इम्प्लिमेंट जावना म्हणून ते परत रिमाइंडर येयल्ले असले आमकां.
ना, म्हाका-
म्हणून आता आमी तो इम्प्लिमेंट करता.
दिसता कशें आमकां
Okay.
म्युनिसिपालिटी हांगा
So that was the old one which already Shubhangi has already clarified that. Thank you for that. Yeah.